There we go. I think we are live. Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can all hear me. I'm just opening up chat real quick so I can hopefully talk to anyone who is here. Make sure the audio works real quick. No audio mishaps like the last time. Hello. We have Bailey's Bricks here. How are you? Phoenix Studios, Clutch Power Productions. Lots of people here. Hopefully everyone can hear and see me. Looks like it's working, so I'm going to put my phone away, put my AirPods away. Welcome, everyone. For those of you who are here so far, thank you for tuning in. This should be a relatively fun little stream. Nothing crazy like the one we did last time. It'll just be me building this set here, but this is the new White House set that came out this year. It's technically, from what I know, not from... Hello, Jack. Welcome to the stream. Crazy Ken Duke 101, hello, welcome. As far as I know, this isn't... let me check real quick. I don't think it's released in the US still. It wasn't. It was supposed to come out on Lego.com July 1st, from what I know. And then it didn't come out for some reason. There's still a lot of sets marked as coming soon on Lego.com, unfortunately. Yeah, still marked as coming soon. So I got this from a website called Zavvi. Zavvi.com, it's a UK-based website, and, you know, that's just, I found it on there, and I'm like, you know what, I'll get it. It was the regular price. It had free shipping. I ordered it on the 4th of July, and I think that's why it had free shipping. I had a promo code I could use. Hello, Vladimir. Randall, hello. How is everyone? Hello, Max. Yeah, so if you haven't seen this yet, it is in UK release only, but I'm going to be opening this up and building this today and chatting with everyone, and hopefully it should be pretty fun. I did open this because I was filming a video for it, so the tape has been cut and stuff, but shouldn't be too hard of a build, but we'll see. It's 1,500 pieces or so. Now, if I show you this, this is a bag 3. Let me see how close I can get. Kind of pathetic. It was like, honestly, maybe 12 pieces inside that bag, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is, I guess. This is the entirety of bag 3, so it can't be too difficult to make all that. But we'll see how this goes. Got bag 4. How am I? Hello, BG. How are you? I am doing well. Thank you for asking. We have 4 of these dark green plates here. Bag 5, and then, of course, the instruction booklet. Let's see if I can set this up in the shot somewhere. Maybe, like, over here. Yeah, that ain't too bad. Got a reflection, but that'll do. All right, let's get into bag 1 here. How much did I pay? I paid $99, which is the retail price of this, what it'll cost when it comes out. For Lego.com, and then I had to pay tax because I'm in California, and then shipping was free because it was 4th of July, so they had a free promo code I could use for shipping, which is amazing from the UK, and it got here in, when did it get here? It got here Wednesday, so, and I ordered it Saturday, so like it was like free 3-day shipping, which is like stunning. Super amazing, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Hello, Will, how are you? Is there also an orange stud in it? There is, what, are you talking about inside the bag 3, or, I don't know what you're talking about. There isn't a brick separator, if you're talking about that. Alrighty, let's just go into bag 1 here. I haven't built an architecture set in, when was the last time I built an architecture set? And hopefully the bags ruffling around aren't too loud for the microphone. Shot's a little bit bright down there, I can fix that. It's also weird to have to listen to chat, or to, like, watch chat. Like for our other stream, we did a bad job of monitoring chat, unfortunately. So this will be new. I have to read chat and listen to everyone and talk to everyone as they're all here. But thank you all for being here. So this, of course, bag 1, I believe, will build the base of the White House, and then I'm sure we'll build up from there. What I'm debating about doing, I love how every instruction booklet begins with how to use a brick separator. That's just fantastic. Yeah, so bag 1, 2, and 3 actually create the middle section there, and then it looks like we're gonna build off and build the 2 wings of the White House as well. Oh, is there a little orange stud for Trump? I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. If not, I can find an orange stud, and I think we can stick that inside of there. As with architecture sets, we have a little bit of history. Oh, actually, there's an extreme lack of history inside this one. Interesting. There's just one little page with one little paragraph, only in English. No other unless there's anything in the middle. Yeah, interesting. This just appears to be only the set thing. Yeah, $100 isn't bad in my opinion, Crazy Ken Duke. For 1,500 pieces, it is $100 though, so you do have to keep that in mind. You know, it's not super cheap, but this was a set I've been looking at for a couple months now. I saw it. When did I see it? I don't know when they released like the pictures for this originally, but I was excited for it and I was looking forward to it. And then, for whatever reason, I was under the impression that it was coming out June 1st. So on June 1st, I was ready. I was on Lego.com ready to buy it. Wasn't there. And then I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I realized that's not halfway through the year. All the way through June. July 1st would be halfway through the year. So I don't know what exactly I was thinking there. But then ended up, you know, finding it on Zavvi.com after it hadn't been released, unfortunately, on Lego.com, which is kind of interesting. And there's a decent amount of sets. And I imagine it's partially due to the shortage of Lego because they are in... at least in North America, the Mexico plant is shut down, or was shut down. I don't know if it still is shut down, but it was shut down for a while there, and that's why we have a lack of Lego, because Mexico usually supplies North America. And unfortunately, being that it is shut down, we don't have any supply in North America, so we have a lack of Lego here. Which I imagine is probably partially the reason that they didn't actually release the sets, because we're also missing, I think there were a couple of the Harry Potter sets, the new ones that came out, that are actually released, but there's a few that are still coming soon. But on July 1st, there should have been a lot. I ordered the Crocodile Locomotive, which, yeah, Bailey's Bricks just said the new train. I just ordered that, actually, the Crocodile Locomotive. Ordered it on July 1st when it came out. And I ordered it in the morning after I woke up, and it was already on back order. So either there's a really limited stock that they have, or maybe it's really high in demand. But I heard a lot. Hey, Butt Chop, how's it going? I heard a lot of people, you know, kind of wanting or disliking the Crocodile Locomotive. And I was like, it's kind of cool. And then, of course, there is that gap. And I'll make a video, and I might do a stream on it of building it, but... there is that gap in between each of the two front car pieces that attaches with the ball joints to the center piece. And those joints, hello Brooke Forrest, how are you? There is a way that, I think I saw Jang Bricks do it. He fixed those ball joints with a few extra parts that he had, and that'll probably be what I do, so there's not as big of a gap there. But I don't hate the set. I think it looks kind of good. But I did see, you know, a lot of people were not fans of the Crocodile Locomotive. The new Ninjago line is the best one ever. You know, I was never really into Ninjago, but there are some really cool sets. You know, it's not my cup of tea personally. I wouldn't really go out and buy them, but they're getting nice. Actually, almost nice enough where I'm starting to think, should I get one of these sets? Mexico, I heard, is open again. Well, that's fantastic. That is good if that's true, because, well, that's not right. Oh, I see. I did this wrong. Yeah, if the Mexico plant is open, that is fantastic, because then hopefully the North American supply of Lego will resume in terms of how many we're getting here, because we were not getting many. Over the past few months, it's been really... I wanted the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Can't get that at the moment, which even if it wasn't, you know, all the COVID and stuff, maybe it wouldn't be out anyway. Keep getting turned around. Or maybe it would be out of stock, because that's, I know, is a pretty... super popular set, actually. But that's one on my watch list. The Lego art line. Good question. Hello. I'm going to mess up your name. Andres. Comment asked and then retracted the thing about the Lego art line. I'll mention about the Lego art line. The Skeleton Dragon does look pretty cool, Butt Chop. Yeah, I totally agree. But the Lego art line. The art sets, they're pretty cool with all the studs, or the tiles, the 1x1 little round tiles. I'm not sure if I would get any. I maybe would get the Star Wars ones, though I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. Not that I don't like it or anything, but I'm not a crazy Star Wars fanatic or anything. But you know, I might pick up one of those, see how those are. Though that's a build. I mean, that is 1x1. You're just placing studs on a thing, and that's crazy in my opinion. But I don't hate them. They actually look really nice. The price though, price is a little pricey. They're a little expensive, unless you are looking to build up your maybe you're looking to build up your 1x1 round tile collection. I don't know. I personally am not, and I imagine they won't part out well either. So, you know, not. Am I doing this right? I don't even feel like I'm doing this right. I guess that's right. I probably won't be picking up any of the art things, but possibly. Yes, Will just said way too expensive for what they are, just studs. I do agree. Who's aware of the 72-hour LEGO community live stream going on? I am, and I'll be tuning into a few channels this weekend. That'll be pretty exciting. Pretty cool to watch everyone there. Definitely did this wrong. This is not right. Yeah, if you guys aren't aware of the 72-hour live stream, pretty cool. You know, the fact that for 72 hours you can go somewhere on YouTube and there will be someone live streaming LEGO. Pretty exciting. It'll be great because it can work with my schedule. I won't have to be available during a certain time. I could be available anywhere over the next, you know, weekend, and then we can watch some stuff. So go find all those channels that are doing that. I think Buttchop in one of his videos had a thing, like a roster of who's going to be there, which is pretty cool. So go check out Buttchop's channel. I got some more questions in here. Evan, what is your favorite licensed theme? Licensed theme. That's a hard question. Oh, that is a really hard question. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the licensed themes necessarily. Let me think though. Do ideas count? I don't think ideas count because some of them are licensed, some of them are not. But I like a lot of the idea sets. Oh dang, that is a hard one. Favorite theme. What is your guys' favorite theme? Like licensed theme at least. That is a really hard question because I have a lot of themes I like. I love the architecture theme. I love the creator expert theme. I like the ideas theme, but none of those are licensed. Ooh, that is such a hard question. I'm gonna have to keep thinking about that one. Wow, I didn't think that is. Yeah, that's, you got me stuck. You definitely got me stuck. I don't know. I wish I knew. Yeah, let me keep thinking on that one, and then maybe I'll get back to you guys later in this stream as I figure it out. I don't know. I'm stuck now. So I'm gonna ask a new question so I can stop thinking about that, or it's just gonna be silent for a minute. Here's the truth: the Star Wars themes. I did this all backwards. No. The Star Wars theme is cool. I think the thing for me with Star Wars that bothers me is they have a lack of. Well, no, maybe not a lack of. Well, maybe. They have a lack of, like, expert-type sets, in my opinion. When they were doing Star Wars in the earlier 2000s, they had more sets, in my opinion, that were more impressive along the lines of, like, scale and stuff. Like, we had the, you know, the Death Star, which I think is still out, obviously, and stuff. But we had, like, that older sand crawler that was out. That was really cool. So the thing today, I think, for me with Star Wars is that they just don't quite, or they're almost not expert enough for me, in my opinion. Hello, Chris from Great Brick Lab. How are you? I love the modular buildings. Love them. Absolutely. Marvel do have some cool sets. For me, again, I think a lot of them are aimed towards a younger audience. So, in my opinion, for myself, it's not my favorite theme necessarily. But it's pretty cool. You know, give me 1 second. I am supposed to hit record on this camera to record a time lapse for a video I was going to do. And I just totally forgot to do that. So, okay, now it's recording. Cool. We'll miss the little intro here, but the rest of it should be kind of cool. Have to rebuild the set now. Start over. All right, guys, come back in like 10 minutes. I'll take everything apart. Yeah, Bailey's Bricks. I don't buy licensed theme sets. City, Architecture, and Creator Expert. I'm along the lines with you. I'm not a huge fan of City necessarily. They're a lot, not younger, but they're aimed, I think, toward the younger audience as well. So City is not necessarily my top choice, but when I was younger, I loved City because, you know, with all the construction sets, I have so many construction sets. I always had a construction site. That was always my thing. So, you know, that was definitely a big thing for me, was City. And then the Creator Expert sets were a big one as well. Oh, wow. According to this, there are 28 viewers. That is crazy. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone who's here. Hello. Yeah, so City's definitely fun. I love the construction stuff. unfortunately, City, for the value of what you get, it's pricey. It costs a good chunk of change for not a huge portion or not a huge amount of pieces and stuff. So, like, usually, like, if we're talking Bricklink store, parting out City is not generally not worth it unless it's like on great clearance. Even when it's on clearance, though, some of the smaller City sets are just it's hit and miss whether or not it's going to part out. And a decent portion of them don't part out great. But building them is fun. Like I said, the construction set's really cool. I always had that construction site. I had the big tower crane when I was younger, and then what I really wanted, and I never got it, was a little crane that could drive. Not a little crane, it was the bigger crane that can drive. I don't remember the set number. Let me see if I can find the set number real quick. Lego. It was a mobile crane, is what it is. And it was from years ago. Maybe not that many years ago, actually. Let's see. They make a lot of mobile cranes now, so it's hard to find the one. Okay, here it is. Let's see what set number this is. Set number 7249, the extra large mobile crane. That was a set I had always wanted, personally, and never got it. You know, I just never got that set because I was younger. It was, you know, everything was... Money changes as you grow up. You realize that, like, $50, like, obviously it's $50, but when you were younger, $50 was, like, way too much money. Now it's like, okay, you can generally, at least from my experience, figure out if you really want a set, if it's going to be worth that 50, or if it's 100. Like, this set was $100. Is it worth it? In my opinion, it is for the 1,500 parts. But you can figure it out whether or not it's worth it. But yeah, when you're younger, it's like, ooh, money is... $100 is so, like, you're rich if you have $100. All right, let's keep looking through some of these. Got a lot of people chatting, and I'm just not following along. Licensed advent calendars. Yeah, I never got an advent calendar, but those are really cool, actually. And I might do that this year, just for fun, just like all the little bags and kind of build it up. Chris says, love the new sign. Thank you. It is kind of out of the shot, but thank you. I appreciate that. The image is it looks a little flat, like there's not much color in the image. Wonder if that's just this monitor. I apologize if that's the case. I'll fix that for next time if we need to. What else? Yeah, Will talks about building mocks. I haven't built many mocks necessarily. Yeah, Evan, like you, says Hugo, I'm a big fan of the Lego architecture sets. Those are cool. If you guys can still hear me, I apologize. Give me 1 second and I'll fix it. The video just went out though. You got to have technical difficulties during a stream. That's required, I think. Give me like 15 seconds. Okay, hopefully this image pops back now in just a second. You guys can see it. Sorry, guys. I was working right before this. I was like, I could schedule a stream for 3 o'clock my time, and that was my goal, to do 3 o'clock my time. And I was working right before this, so I had to finish and get this all set up. So today is just one camera, just one laptop that I can at least chat with you guys on. But unfortunately, it can't be as big and amazing as the last one was with all these different angles. Kyle really wants to help. He's like, hey, just like, you know, we can do multiple cameras. And I think I want to do that, you know, where there's multiple cameras, you know, shoot the table and stuff so you guys can see close-ups and stuff of that, which should be cool, as opposed to just seeing this wide shot. Benefit to this is I can at least hold it up, and I have a pretty decent lens here that can focus at multiple planes, so we're focused here and we should be focused on me. So I can hold it up and show you guys what I see. I feel like I'm skipping around steps here. Let me go back to the comments real quick. Oh, Hugo was counting down. I wonder if I made that 15 seconds or not. Oh, yeah, butt chop, 100%. If you don't have a streaming technical difficulty, you're doing something wrong if it goes smooth. I think you have to have some sort of technical difficulty. That was just, you know, oh, I forgot to open these bags. No one told me. What was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. If you're having streaming technical difficulties, like, if it goes smooth, you did something wrong. Okay. Who else do we have here? Now we got 25 people here. Thank you so much for everyone who's here, like I said. All right, Crazy. Can do 101. See you later. Have a good night or day, whatever it is for you. What is the best poly bag, in your opinion? Ooh, that's a good question. You know, if we're talking, I don't think you are, but if we're talking Bricklink store, the best one that sold for us, I apologize, there's a truck outside if you hear some, like, beeping, but the best one in our store that has sold was this, that promo from, it was the Beach Buggy promo, which was good. But I personally, what was my favorite poly bag? That is a hard question as well. I haven't seen a ton of poly bags, but some of the smaller, like mini scale ones, like the, I think there was one that was the London, is it the London bus? What is that set? It's like a small scale London bus. I think that was a poly bag. And like those are pretty cool where they're really small scale objects. I like those. You know, minifigs to me in part of a collection isn't a huge deal to me. I'm not super like need to have minifigs in my stuff. Yeah, that's another question where I got to keep thinking. I think, having thought of stuff, though, my favorite licensed theme is probably some of the older Star Wars stuff, actually, now that I think about it. You know, the original Death Star, the old Sandcrawler, I don't know what set number that one is. But when I was younger, it was probably City. It's probably City. I guess that's not licensed either, though. I don't know. Lego, the licensed themes are slipping my mind right now. All right, let's catch up on building here. I feel like I'm falling behind. This is going to be a 12-hour stream if this is the speed I continue building at. I would like to finish this today, but I suppose if I don't, we could always do another stream sometime soon and finish it then. But what I'm starting to think, and you guys need to let me know if this is something you'd be willing to do. Hello, Yassine. How are you? So many comments from you, and I've never seen you. Have you been to the Downtown Disney store? And then that is Dan that asked this, and Landon says it's called Disney Springs now. So here in California, it is still Downtown Disney as part of the Disneyland Resort, and then in Florida, it is Disney Springs, and that is their equivalent of Downtown Disney at the Disney World Resort. And yes, I have been to what did I just say? Downtown Disney. Wow, I'm like all over the place. I have been to Downtown Disney in California. I technically have been to Disney Springs years ago when I went to Florida, but I haven't been there recently. And yes, I have been to the Lego store. And yeah, I actually work at Disneyland super part-time, like casually if needed, when there's film production stuff to shoot there. So if it's a Disney Parks commercial, I'll go work there. So technically I'm employed by Disney. Did I do this backwards again? No. Oh my gosh. Okay, I moved this around. I didn't have to move this. So technically I'm employed by Disney, meaning I do get a discount at the Lego store, which is nice. Though I'm not gonna use that discount to purchase things for the Bricklink store, but you know, I would use that discount if I'm gonna go get a set for myself. And I did that when I got the International Space Station, so I got 20% off, I think, of that, which is a great resource to have, especially when you're building, fortunately. But I don't want to abuse that right or that power of having a discount, so I won't do it at, for something for the Bricklink store. I don't want to abuse that and lose that right to use that discount. All right, I think I'm ready for the next step. It doesn't look backwards anymore, I think. See if we got any more questions here. The packing station may work better if we bring it up to countertop level. That was definitely a thought process. The only thing is we don't have room right now to put the packing things on a countertop because where the packing station is, we actually pack right on top of that. So we couldn't do that necessarily on top of it. Once we get more space, we can do that for sure. Let's see what else we have here. Packing station may work better. Can you make me a moderator? Yeah, I have to figure out some people to make moderators, for sure, especially if we start streaming more often. Do you ever buy any Lego Minecraft sets to part out into your store? We have once. We parted out one Lego Minecraft set, but it was on sale back in, when was it? Probably March or so? Maybe even February. And it was a, what was it? What set was it? It was a very small one. Very, very small one that was on Target. Target.com, and then I used my Target Red card, so I got an extra 5% off, and it was on sale. And it parted out for 3 times the price, and we parted out 24 of those. Other than that, we have not done a Minecraft set, and that's because, for the most part, Minecraft sets, I apologize, there's some sound outside. I hope you can't hear that. It's like loading up a truck or something. Some of the Minecraft sets, for the most part, are very basic pieces. And overall, don't part out super well for what's in them and for the price of them. So we haven't parted out a ton of Minecraft sets, though, not going to lie, I've looked at some of the Minecraft sets and they look pretty cool. And I know what Paul wants to do. He wants to build like a Minecraft world or something. Potentially, at least at some point. Though I don't know if that'll actually happen. Because again, they're kind of pricey for the, a lot of the bricks in them are just normal bricks. So you can go to your own collection and pull out the bricks and essentially build pretty much what is in that Minecraft set, except minus maybe the minifigs that are in there. I think I finished that step. I think what I'm going to do, this will be my new plan, I will finish a step and then I'll read chat and I'll answer a question or two. And then I will go back and I'll do another step. Are you planning to do a live for 2,000 subs? Probably not. Mostly because the subscriber count is going up too quickly, which is a great thing. And I appreciate everyone who's subscribed. I couldn't be more happy with and more impressed with the way this channel is growing, to be totally honest. I know I say that like all the time, but yeah, I couldn't be surprised. So to do a stream that's a special stream like we did for the 1,000 subscriber special, I don't think there's enough time to prepare stuff and to do something else that's semi-impressive like we did then. So probably not for 2,000, maybe a really small stream, but if we ever reach 5,000, that'll probably be the point where we can do another stream that is like a big subscriber thank you stream, and we can give some things away again and stuff. But I had so much fun at our 1,000 subscriber special stream. It was really like, what was it, like almost 1,300 subscriber special stream, because we were a week late on that, and then we planned for a week to be late, and then it was a mess. But we got it done, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it. And I know I had a lot of fun. The one downside, like I said earlier, if you were here at the beginning, was there wasn't a chat for us if we were standing at the table looking at the camera, so we weren't able to see what you guys were saying if we were standing at the table. Now, that benefited us in terms of when Paul and Kyle were guessing the sets, because you guys couldn't give things away. And there were a few people like spelling out Disney in the chat and stuff. So at least in that sense it worked, but it would have been nicer if we could communicate with you guys. Favorite Lego theme? That's a really hard one. Still don't quite know on that one. Oh, general favorite Lego theme. Favorite license theme was a question earlier. Hello, Brick Productions. Hello, everyone who's here who I've missed your name now. I apologize. Favorite Lego theme period? Either architecture or potentially maybe the ideas. I like a lot of the idea sets. The ship in a bottle, what's the other one? The treehouse, the International Space Station. A lot of those are really, really cool. Even the dinosaur bones, the birds, all of those are really cool. I love those. Do you ever buy any Minecraft? I answered that question. All right, see you, Butt Chop, later. See you later, Butt Chop. Have a good one. Clean it up for the stream. Have a great one. Do you have a Lego backlog? For myself, personally, for building, recently I've ordered a decent amount of sets. I've been spending too much money, to be honest, on Lego. So I do have a little bit of a backlog in terms of building stuff, which is pretty exciting. So if I don't buy anything new, and I do one of these streams a week of me building a set, I could do like 6 weeks of these, I think. 6 or 7 weeks. I have a decent amount of things waiting to be built. So yes, and we are starting to slowly build up a backlog of things that need to be parted out. So this weekend we're going to part out the Lego Classic set that we have that has 1,500 parts in there. We've been kind of not doing that for quite a while now. It's been sitting there for, again, way too long, and that seems to be what happens sometimes, which is unfortunate because then we're not making money off those parts that are sitting on that shelf. So we have a backlog for that. We do have a few more sets up there now that are ready to be parted out that we did find some clearance at Kohl's. So you guys can... I'm sure there'll be videos for that, for everyone that's curious and watching that. 3 of these. You guys are going to mess me up. I'm going to talk and build. And I'm not used to talking and building. It's usually just building and that's it. Just building and building. I'm not building and talking. So I'm going to screw something up here. I've already flipped the base plate around a couple times, or the base around, like that stuff all. It's been a mess so far for those of you who are just joining us. Have you seen a slowdown in orders in the last 2 weeks? Yes. So June was really, really good. And then we hit July 1st. We got a couple the first few days of July, and then it slowed down significantly after that. So like after, I'd say the 4th of July is when it slowed down. And we're getting still a couple orders a day, but the amounts of orders, like the dollar amount, is significantly lower as well than it was. I want to make sure this is built right before I build 4 more of them. Looks like it. Cool. But yeah, the order amount is definitely lower as well. Use a tray for your pieces. I could have used a tray for my pieces. That's a decent idea. Though I have already poured them out, so it's a little late now. That is okay though. I can add a tray if needed. What else do we have here? What is, in your opinion, the hardest and most annoying part of managing your store? Ooh, that is a good question. Most annoying part of managing the store is probably... Most annoying or difficult part, I guess. Honestly, it's the lack of space in here. And this won't apply to everyone. You know, you probably won't all see yourself having the same problem, but the problem is we constantly utilize this space as multiple, we have multiple uses for everything. So when we're just in here, like for example, I'm teaching, and for those of you who are on our Patreon, first of all, thank you all for those of you who have helped us out on Patreon. Couldn't appreciate it more, but you know that currently during the summer months, I am teaching a film workshop online. So when I'm doing that, I decided, for whatever reason, to do it in this garage. Partially because we have a little AC unit in here, and if I were to do it at home, I don't want to bother anyone in the house or be bothered by people in the house, so I figured I could do it in my garage or I could do it in Paul's garage, and I don't have a little AC unit in my garage. I have one in here, so I figured let's do it in here. Wow, I am so slow at this step. I figured I'd do it in here, and then I didn't think about the space it would take up, so over there our backdrop is still set up. It's just in the corner now, and I have a little desk over there where I teach my my summer workshop, or for a company I work for. So the lack of space in here is very difficult, because it's really nice to have 2 tables to part out on, but then we have these shelves over here, these ones with the bins. We have all the bins there. We have them against the garage door there. And then we have our aisleway. Now, fortunately, we built that one aisleway in there, so we can have a decent number of parts in that aisleway, and we can expand or continue to expand the store in terms of price or piece number. And then we can fill up this side of the wall with drawers as well. Once we hit that, that'll be it. There's no more room in here unless somehow there's no more room in here. There's no more room to expand. So that is the hardest part of running a store, is walking around things constantly in here. It's a trip hazard 100% of the time, unfortunately. But I guess that's just what it is. And we decided to do it in here. And we decided to do the expansion. The wall, putting this wall up behind me, took out a decent chunk of the space in the garage here for parting out, for all that kind of stuff. So that's the most frustrating thing, I think. Okay, did I do this right? I did do this right. Perfect. Not a fan of building with 1x1 tiles, plates, whatever. So I don't think I'm going to get those art sets now that I think about it more. Building those would be very frustrating, I think, to myself. I got to build one more of those. Let's find another question in here. 1 a.m. for you, you seem. Wow, you're up late. 31 watchers. Central Perk video is one of your favorite. Yeah, a lot of people like the ones with everyone in it. So that's what we'll be doing for the classic sets. That'll be a whole day thing. We're doing that on Saturday, and then it'll come out sometime next week. Favorite Lego theme, I think I answered that. Do you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender? I do not. I did watch it as a kid. I haven't rewatched it. I think it's on Netflix right now, but I haven't rewatched it. But I watched a few episodes as a kid, and a lot of people are going to leave the stream right now, but it wasn't my favorite show. Though, they are supposedly making new Lego sets. Is that correct? Do you guys know if that's the case? I think they are making new Lego sets, though, of those. And I know they made a few of them in the past, and they were pretty popular, to be totally honest. But I'm not entirely sure how how many more they're making. If you guys know, let me know. But I think they're making more. Do you prefer part outs that produce higher amount of lots or smaller amount of lots with higher bulk quantities? Great question. It really depends on what the parts are. And I think it depends who's parting out. I have a different preference than like Kyle and Paul. But at the end of the day, in the store, as long as we're going to have at least, I'd say, 8 of a set. Usually we don't part out unless there's 8 of a set. Now, if it's on clearance and it's a really good deal and we only get 2 of them, we're going to get 2 of them. We're not going to pass that up if it's a really good deal. But generally, we try to get 8 of each set so that we do have both the high quantity in terms of the amount of lots that we're getting, as well as the amount of pieces of pieces that we're adding in addition to the lots. But personally, from my experience, or as we learn, I guess, as we're doing this, I think that was a long step, but I did it, guys. I think we're learning that the amount of lots that you have is a lot more impactful than I think we initially thought it was. And there's stores who are smaller than us, much smaller than us. And not that it's a competition or anything, but they're smaller than us, but they're having, a lot better sales because they have so many more lots. So at the moment, we are trying to expand the amount of lots. But again, we're not going to buy like 1 of each Lego set and then part them out, because then we only have like 1 of each piece. We don't want to waste like half a drawer with 1 piece. That's not our goal there. So I don't know if that answered your question or not, but maybe it did. But it depends on what set it is as well. And some pieces or some sets just don't sell well in terms of what pieces are inside them. So if that's the case, we'll even try to avoid those sets, even if it is a really great deal. If it's not going to pay off because the parts are never going to sell, probably not worth putting it in our store. Or we need a much higher part out value out of that set. What else do we have? Does fans come to your house to see you? Are you asking, do fans come to my house? I hope not. Don't come to my house, please. No, at the moment they do not. What is the biggest Lego set you've ever parted out? So the biggest one in terms of number of lots was, I think was the Lego Friends set that we did, almost a month ago now. And a lot of people enjoyed that video. So we are, like I said, we're doing that again. But I think that was the biggest in terms of lots. The biggest in terms of pieces was set 10717. I think that's what it is. And that set we parted out in January. And that's how we quickly bumped up the amount of pieces in our store. Bumped it up to about 50,000 parts at the end of January, because those sets each had 1,500 parts. Very similar to the Bricks and Animals set 11011 that we'll be parting out this weekend. Very similar. Close parts, or close to the same parts inside there. But what we did was we looked at our inventory and went through and figured out what had sold from the other sets. And the classic sets, while they're expensive for what they are and they generally don't have the highest part out value, if you can get them at a good price where they part out 3 times the price, those will sell from our experience. So, we prefer that it sells and we have some more parts and we're building up the inventory, as opposed to just be like, oh, we're not going to get it because we already have some of these parts. But we did have to buy some more bins, so we do have more of those kind of shoebox bins in the corner there of the screen that we got, so that when we do part those out, they are not going to totally, fill up every single drawer. But that'll have, I think, 300-ish lots, which is very similar to what the Friends set had as well. I wish there was like a marker I could mark where I've gone. Wonder if can I click anything? No, not really. Great to see you building, says Brixico. Thank you. It's fun to be building again. Are you thinking about buying a new place? Do you mean like a new Bricklink warehouse store? If that's what you're asking, yes, love to. We would love to. But, financially for a business, right now, I mean, you guys can see our numbers, what we're doing. The answer is no. If you go look at what we're making, we're in Southern California, so even if we want an office, not an office necessarily, but like some sort of small warehouse, the likelihood, the likelihood that we can afford that, it's going to be spending 100% of our income. And if we're spending 100% of our income, we can't be expanding at the same time. So we won't be doing that, unfortunately, super soon. Though, for those of you who know, Kyle and I also own a production company, and at the moment, we don't necessarily have an office that we operate out of. We just operate, all of our equipment is stored in a storage unit, or a storage facility. It's a, I don't know, we spend too much money for it, but it's like a secured area, so we're not like risking all of our stuff. But we do store all our stuff there. So a thought process, or a thought that has come into our mind is Kyle and I might, make the decision that running gear is going to move office spaces as well, and we'll actually get an office and then, not have to pay for a storage unit and stuff like that. And if that's the case, we're thinking we could split a larger area between both running gear and just a brick in the bucket. That is a thought process that has crossed our minds and might happen. We'll see whether or not that happens, and if it does happen, we'll see when it happens, because it's super expensive to move out and to move all the stuff we've done. There's the moving expenses as well, and the moving in expenses. And I'd say if we can get up to $6,000 a month in sales, maybe we could more accurately or more realistically look at moving to a place. But at the, almost $3,000 in sales each month, it's not. We'd have to spend almost all that money to move out. Yeah, Brixico said, got back into Lego so I could build, and I hardly ever get to do it. Yes, me too. Me too. I totally agree. What do you think of the Lego dots? Asks Hugo. I think they're good for what they are. If you're talking about a Bricklink store, don't buy them for your Bricklink store. That's not worth it. It was right off the bat, but the problem is once the market got saturated, there was no longer any real want. Wow, voice crack. Any real want or desire for them, and they stopped selling. Can't build, guys. Terrible at building. So I would say don't invest in the dots if you're thinking about it for your Bricklink store. If you're thinking about it for yourself, I think they're kind of cool. We have pens and pencils all over the place, and they're just like hanging out all over the tables and stuff. And I've been meaning to just get a cup, like a basic cup, nothing special, so we can put the pens and stuff in a cup. Haven't done that yet, but I'm thinking the cool little desk organizer thing that is dots. Might just get that to see what it's like. Probably not a huge theme that I would go for though, personally, unless it's like something useful like that. I probably wouldn't get the watches or the bracelets and stuff. But they sold well, so they're very popular. When they came out, I didn't think they'd be popular at all. Dots, I just figured, I'm like, oh, Lego's not gonna make any money on that. That's a waste for them. And then they, I was wrong. I was very wrong. So, good for Lego and stuff in that sense. Will you want to rent or buy a mini warehouse? Yeah, I think I just talked about that. Yes, we want to, but we need to get significantly larger before we do that, if that's even the plan along the lines. Great Backlog, I think you could run 400,000 in that space if you change the layout to run around the corner and pick parts side to side and not linear. Yeah, I saw you were on the stream with, or you have been for the past couple weeks now, with Tricker Brick, and I saw you in the way you pick an order. It's brilliant, actually. I don't know why why we hadn't thought of that in terms of picking it left and right as you walk down the thing instead of just go up and then back around. Really smart. We would just need to figure out a way to reorganize our drawers, which is totally possible. And I agree with you. We could fit 400,000 pieces in here. And that's something as well. If we don't need to move and we can move, we're not going to move. If we're not full in here, there's no reason to move if the... even if we're making enough money, because now at that point it's kind of wasted money when we can utilize this space at Paul's house, and Paul's not charging us rent to be here or anything. So, so this is a free space for us to use here, and then obviously we'd have expenses when we come and shoot or not shoot and move into a new space. So, yeah, definitely, I agree with you. We could fit 400,000 parts in here. We're at about 120. Oh no, what are we down to? Maybe 110. We haven't added a ton in June, or in the past few weeks. Getting distracted again, guys. But yeah, definitely we can do 400,000 parts in here. And if we do 400,000 parts in here, in theory, at that point, if we expand enough to the point where we're like, okay, let's continue expanding and let's move somewhere, then we could move somewhere to a place that is going to fulfill the extra need or the extra space that we need. But another thing is, if we do something along the lines of, like we could have a space in a small studio space where we could do something like this as opposed to being right in front of the wall and it's all ugly. We'd have more space to make it look nice. So there's definitely pros and cons, and I guess YouTube could play a small factor in terms of, depending how well the YouTube continues to go, how well the channel grows and stuff. That could also influence a little bit as to whether or not we do decide to move out of here. But it won't have that big of an impact. It just might have a slight impact on what we're doing. So the questions do we have here? How many different lots is your goal? That's a great question. I would like to say around like 10,000 lots. I know that's a lot of lots, but it really depends if we're doing only new parts. Because if we're only doing new, that's a lot of pieces, or a lot of lots to have. If we start getting into the used game, which I don't really want to, but it definitely expands your store. But it's a whole nother thing. It's not the same thing at all. It's very different in terms of the used, everything. So that might be something that I don't really want to do, but that'll be a decision we all talk about eventually at some point as to whether or not I did that a little bit wrong. As to whether or not we want to do the used parts. I know Chris does used parts, and he has tons of sales doing used, and part of me is like, I want that many sales, but I don't know if I want to risk having all the things of like, this blue is slightly faded or something like that, where I didn't even finish this. Jeez. Where we risk potentially a customer being unhappy because the part is slightly faded and stuff like that. I know Chris talked about that on the stream with Trick or Brick. Geez, I am just doing this so wrong today. As how they deal with problems and stuff, I think, one day. So I don't know how many different lots, but 10,000 at some point could be really cool. Really, really cool. Just parted out all kinds of dots today. That's cool. Yeah, it's not a problem that you parted out the dots. I wouldn't say It's just it's probably going to take time before the dots go down in popularity, and you're able to sell all of those parts. I do know the little printed tiles in the dots things sell, or I believe. I don't actually. We haven't had any dots, but from other sellers I've heard that they do sell. But the regular 1x1 tiles and little wedge corners, those might not sell really quickly. But I could be wrong. They could sell very quickly. Prove me wrong. I hope they do. Who's your favorite Lego YouTuber? That's a good one, because half the time it depends whether or not I want it to be Bricklink related stuff, or if it really depends what I'm in the mood for. Like Trick or Brick, it's always fun to tune into his streams, because that's primarily what he does, and you can have this conversation with people, and I love that. And then if we're thinking like bigger YouTubers, Bricksar is really cool. I like him, and he also does the Lego as well as the Bricklink side of things. So he does the Pablos where he's picking Bricklink orders, and then he also does just more traditional Lego hauls and stuff like that. So I like Bricksar, but my all-time favorite, most likely right now, just because of the interaction I get between him and like it feels very personal in the way he does stuff, is I really like Brickitect. So if you guys haven't seen Brickitect, it's his name is Greg, and he has a YouTube channel, and he kind of grows through his Lego journey with his son, Clark, and it's cool to see Clark grow up over the past, even just a few months, honestly, like the past 6 months, 8 months now I think I've been following, to see Clark grow up and stuff. He definitely, it's really cool to watch that. And Brickitect is great. He does streams. He does all these things. And it's cool to see him because he's not old. He's like 35 years old, but generally, it's really cool to see him and how excited and funny he gets. And how excited he gets about Lego, just in general. Because he's always really excited about what he's doing or what he's showing off and stuff, which is really, really cool. And it's exciting. When you watch someone who's excited about it, you get excited about it. So that's super exciting, to watch that. And I really enjoy interacting with him, and he does these live streams, and I donate to him on Patreon, and it just feels worthwhile. So I think Brickitect right now, in this moment, is probably my all-time favorite Lego streamer, most likely, or Lego YouTuber. Yeah, I 100% agree. Great Brick Lab, Pick Path, awesome. Yeah, they do it very, very well. I wish I'd met you and seen your stuff earlier than now, because we've, not that we can't readjust it. We could definitely still continue to readjust it, which, I don't know, maybe we'll talk to Paul and Kyle and we'll figure out a day where that can just be what we do. We just go through and readjust all our labels and stuff, and if we need to, move parts around to actually reassign drawers if required. But yeah, I love your pick path. It's really, really good. Crazy Ken Duke 101. You got an ad on the live stream? Like in the middle of it? That doesn't sound right. You definitely have to admire used parts dealers. 100%. The fact that they can go through, thousands or hundreds of pounds of Lego and pick out pieces and upload them one by one. I mean, kudos to you guys, because you have a lot of people are like, oh, is it hard to run a Bricklink store? It's not difficult necessarily. It is just time consuming and stuff. But the second you get into the used parts, I do think there's more of a skill level involved there, in terms of you need to understand whether or not a part is going to sell and how much you should list it for and all these things. And with new parts, it's pretty easy. You just list them about the 6-month sales average, and you're relatively close to done, and you upload your parts and that's it. When you get to used parts, you have to go through parts. You have to pick out pieces that are going to sell and stuff, and you have to go through and sort the pieces and figure out what's Lego, what's not Lego. And certain parts, depending what the pieces are, like certain actual Lego pieces don't even have logos on them. So, you're going through and determining whether or not it is Lego. I mean, mad respect for everyone out there who does, sells used Lego parts, especially when you get them in a used lot of like just a bin or a container or a tub of Lego pieces. Like, I mean, yeah, honestly, you guys are insane. But that's part of the reason Bricklink works so well, is because there is new and used. If it was all new, everything would be a little bit more pricey and stuff, and it may not be as big of a website as it is. And it's really because you can sell used on Bricklink, and people are willing to spend their time and energy and knowledge of Lego to go through used parts. That's part of the reason Bricklink is so big, I think. Let's see what else we got. 1 to 2 videos a week on cataloging minifig parts. That's another thing I didn't even think about. I will expand on sorting and what it looks like to run a used store. Yeah, minifigs. Used minifigs. That's a whole nother thing. Like Pop's Block Shop. I mean, he's crazy as well. I love his YouTube channel as well. I didn't mention that earlier, I don't think. But he does all these things with, like, minifigs. And he knows his minifigs, like, really, really well. And it's crazy. It's literally this thing of it's a whole nother craft. Or almost a whole language of, like, figuring out what to search on Bricklink and all this stuff to catalog your minifigs. And it's honestly stunning that there's people out there that can do that. I guess you could say we're doing it the easier way by just selling new parts. And if, I mean, at the end of the day, that's okay with me, because the amount of time to go through used stuff, absolutely insane. Alrighty, that's it for bag 1. So we get to go on to bag 2 now. And bag 2 will continue to create the rest of this. This is the back here. I guess I could show it off to you guys for now. I'm in the front here. It's tilted. There's the White House there, or what we have so far. So this is the actual back here. We got those nice windows and stuff there. So far, I think it looks pretty nice. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a fan of this set so far. Considering that I think it'll go out to like here, it's a pretty decent sized set actually for $100, especially an architecture set, because architecture sets generally are very little and they cost like $80 or something. Would you part out the Fiat 500? Lots of cool yellow parts. I don't know that that's something that I've necessarily looked at to part out. It really depends on the part out value of it. If it parts out for a good price, probably. Though it might be hard for us to get 8 of those. I'm sure there's a limit on Lego.com. And I'm sure probably the price that you get them at isn't going to be crazy good necessarily. But yeah, if it parts out for good value, there's no reason we wouldn't get those. Excuse me. I'm going to try to be quiet here as I'm opening these bags to hopefully not like peek on the microphone. Yeah, Great Brick Lab says, all true, we have a bin full of troll, non-Lego parts. I like Brickatech calls it boot Lego. It's pretty funny, but yeah, I imagine you have a whole thing of just non-Lego Lego, or non-Lego bricks, I guess. I wonder if I could zoom in on this. That would make it, amazing. I can zoom in. I don't have to lean over so much. There we go. Okay. Now it's so easy to follow along with. I want to start a Bricklink store and a YouTube channel doing builds on YouTube like this. Go for it. Honestly, I just went for it one day, just started it. I have this bag too. And it succeeded somehow. I literally posted one video of just doing, or just filming just the wall. And we didn't even have, we had half of what we have now when I filmed it. And I was like, you know what, it'll be cool to put this up there, and in another month we'll do an update, and a month after that we'll do an update. And I honestly never, and I know everyone probably says this, and they're like, oh, you never expected to do anything, but I never expected it to take off in any way. And then all of a sudden people are like, oh, really cool. And we have like Brickstar and Brickatect and like other bigger YouTubers seeing it, and they're just like, oh, I love this. This is so awesome. And it's like, okay, maybe I should keep going. So Cody, I would say, go for it. Start a Bricklink store, have fun with it, and yeah, start a YouTube channel and just keep going. As long as you post, like, the community, the LEGO community is incredible, actually. And the amount of people who are nice about like anything, and they're supportive, or they want to help you out from a distance, like, it's honestly incredible. And I appreciate every single person. We're making more of these. I appreciate every single person out there who has, helped and everything. But Cody, go for it. It's awesome. Landon says, I've actually seen the White House in real life, and I'm a Canadian. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Yassine says, are you thinking of making a Lego city? Good question. I would love to. But again, that comes along with the thing I've said, where we're in a small garage. Not a small garage, just a decent-sized garage, but we use about 300 square feet that we actually can use. There's stuff over there that's Paul's that's just going to stay there. There's stuff on the other side of there that we're not going to move out or anything. So we have about 300 square feet here. And if I had a place to put a city, and I suppose I could do it at home. That could be an option, but another thing that was talked about between Paul, Kyle, and I is if we do move out eventually, in the next, like if it happens within a year or something, we could potentially expand and get a little extra space so that we could build a city and have a city and stuff there. And it would be really fun, in my opinion, to have a city. When I was younger, and I mentioned it earlier, and I mentioned it in another video, I had a small city, sort of city. It wasn't really a city, but it was a train station, or a train table. We had a pool table in my garage when I was growing up, and my dad and I put a piece of plywood on top of it. And then we could have, did I do that wrong now? No, I did it right, cool. And then I put all my trains on top of it, and I had 3 loops that went around this table here. Not this table, but the actual pool table, and those 3 loops were, I had different trains. I don't even know what train it was. It was this Lego City passenger train from a while ago, and then the Maersk train was my absolute favorite train, but everything would run around on the 3 loops there. And in the middle, I kind of had a little Lego City, but there wasn't much room on this 4x8 piece of plywood to put a Lego City. So if we could create a Lego City in the future, because if we end up getting a place that has enough space, that would be fantastic. And yes, I would love to make a Lego City. Brixica, I have 100 pounds of used Lego. Should I sell them in bulk or upload them to Bricklink? I think that is a great Brick Lab question. But it depends on how much time and effort you're willing to put in. I bet you, actually I know, it'll sell for more, well, I think it should sell for more if you're to upload it all to Bricklink. If you don't upload it to Bricklink and you sell it in bulk, you'll probably sell it quicker. It'll be a lot less effort, but you need to do something to get it to move if you're going to sell it in bulk, but it won't have to sit around. I lost my train of thought there. I think I messed up what I was saying, but yeah, if it sits there for a while, in your Bricklink store, you're essentially not wasting time, but waiting for stuff to sell. If it's in bulk, it'll sell quicker as long as you find a platform or something where you can sell it on, but you won't make as much money. So it's up to you. But again, keep in mind the amount of time I think that you're going to have to spend on that is going to be colossal. To go through and sort through, what do you say, 100 pounds of bulk Lego? That's a lot of Lego. So definitely should keep that in mind. But again, it's entirely up to you. Personally, I don't think we would, at the moment at least that we're in, we wouldn't go through that. If we had 100 pounds of used, we'd probably sell it just in bulk lots. But ask again in 6 months. It might change. Who knows? What is your favorite video game? I'm not a big gamer. Never really have been. Personally, I'm someone who, and it's in a way a bad thing, but I love working and work, and I always want to be doing something. So when I sit down at a computer or some sort of console and I just kind of sit there and play a game, it doesn't really feel necessarily like I'm accomplishing anything. And so the truth is I haven't played a ton of video games. Actually, I've barely played any video games. I've played a decent amount of the Lego games. So those, I enjoy Lego games. Those are pretty fun because they have like the small little puzzles and stuff inside of them. You know, things like that are okay. It's not that they're necessarily insanely fun, but it's not a game where you have to sit down and learn about this whole new world. You know, it's based on something that you've probably seen or something along those lines. So I enjoy the Lego games. Other than that, you know, I played Minecraft for a while there. Minecraft is a good game. That was enjoyable for sure. I have extra pieces that I need, but I'll find it in this one. So Minecraft, a good game. You know, fun, enjoyable. Yeah, sorry I can't answer that question. Do you get hate? Not that I know of. Not yet. Truth is, again, I think the Lego community is incredibly nice. So it's not necessarily something where people are going to come and they're just going to start being mean or anything. Overall, a lot of people have been ridiculously nice, supportive of everything we're doing. You know, I mean, everyone who's here right now is super supportive. We have, I mean, patrons, and we only have, almost 1,500 subscribers. Like, the amount, again, of, I think in the Lego community, I said this was, it's just everyone in specifically the Lego community is ridiculously nice, overall, at least from what I've seen so far. So, no, haven't got any hate, not at all. How does this go now? Okay. So we're now building the front of the White House, which is pretty cool. Cody Gibson says, honestly, you were the one that has made me want to get into this. I know others have done Bricklink on here, but something about you, about the way you show the process makes it seem feasible to do. A lot of people say that, and the truth is I don't know why. But, you know, I like for the fact that at least people are being inspired by what we're doing and feeling like they have the ability to do it, because truth is anyone can do it. It's not a difficult process. It's just how you take care of doing the process, I think, and how you go about building your store and stuff and expanding your store and how you deal with customer service and all that kind of stuff, because that all matters. And if you don't take customer service type stuff seriously and you get lazy and you leave it, you know, and you someone's like, hey, you haven't shipped my order, it's been a week, and you don't ship it, and then they file a non-paying buy. Like, you can do, there's so many ways you can mess up, but at the end of the day, it's not hard. You just have to have a desire and a want to do it. So it's really cool to see that, you know, you were inspired to do it, and I get a lot of people who are like, oh, you know, you're the reason I wanted to do this, and I mean, it's really cool to have so many people that want to do it because of watching the video, or one of our videos is like the reason they say, okay, actually, I will do it. You know, maybe they were debating about it. So it's really cool, and yeah, go for it, Cody. You can do it 100%. IUS Movies and Shorts says, what is your favorite architecture set? Might be this one at the end of this. I'm not entirely sure. But I love, and I have a few of these up here. I don't know if you guys, you can't see them. If I get them down, they're going to fall. But they are the Skyline sets. My first architecture set was the, what Skyline was it? It was the, no, not Dubai. That's recent. It was Berlin, I think. Berlin was the first Skyline set I had, and that might be my, well, for a while that was my favorite architecture set. But I really do like Dubai. I like Tokyo. You know, the flowers are amazing on that in the building. But Dubai might be my favorite. Just the buildings are really cool with the twisty one. That's Dubai. That's not Dubai. No, that's not Dubai. Is it Dubai? I think that's Shanghai. Shanghai has that twisty gray building. That's a really, really cool one. I like that one. That's probably my favorite architecture set. Is that the new White House? Trick-or-Brick wanted so bad. It is the new White House, I believe, that he wanted so bad. Do you speak any other languages than English? No, I do not, unfortunately. I took French in high school, so Yeah, no, I'm not even going to try to say I know French. No, I don't know any other languages. But French, like, to a slight extent. Just barely, but not really. Only English. What's your favorite Lego set? Might be the International Space Station. That's a really, really cool set. I enjoy that one. I don't have it, but I want the Treehouse. That one looks amazing as well. What other sets? The Maersk train, though. I actually have that over here. Let me get it real quick. This Maersk train. This is honestly one of my favorite Lego sets of all time. Like, the detail in this train, it's just... And I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, so that's, I think, part of the reason that I enjoy that as well. But that might be my all-time favorite Lego set. Thinking about doing a live stream on Thursday nights. Would anyone be interested? Yes, Great Brick Lab. I would, definitely. Yeah, that'd be cool, actually. I want to make a Lego Western City. I started at one point, but no space anymore. Western, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like a Western City, that'd be cool. Definitely, especially if it's different from where you live and stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. Do you keep all your Legos you built? If so, where do you keep them? Let's talk about running out of space again. Yeah, so at the moment, I have a few at home just on shelves and stuff. There's a few in here kind of hanging out. There's a couple modulars hanging out over against the wall. From when I was younger, there was some point where all of us, or not all of us, my mom and I went through and we took apart all my Lego sets. And when we took all these apart, we put them in bags and put them inside of these bins and stuff. And they all went in the attic at some point. Now, recently, during, I want to say maybe March, maybe April, I got down all my Lego sets, and I was at my parents' house, and I got down all the sets and stuff, and they were in the attic, and, you know, I started rebuilding them. And I think I only built 2 sets out of there. I built the, what did I build? Cafe Corner and the Maersk train. So those were 2 that I had rebuilt, and they weren't built before then. But now again, I'm running out of room because I am trying to keep some sets built. So that might be something else in here that we need to figure out, if we put some shelves on the wall over there so we can have things like displayed in here, which would be nice. But I would like to keep them all built. But from when I was younger, I have not kept them all built. At one point, my mom and I did take everything apart and put them all in bags, all in bins to put them up in the attic. Wow, I'm getting too much chat now. I can't even keep up. I'm like way behind. Brother from Another Brick, welcome. How are you? If you're still here, that was a few minutes ago, but welcome. If you get a second chance to start again your YouTube channel, if you will get a second chance to start again your YouTube channel. I don't know what that means exactly, unfortunately. 2 years to develop and refine. That, I respect that. That is incredible. Remodeled 5 times. Yeah, obviously you guys put the time in for your store. You definitely, I mean, you know, having your pick list, I think is what you call it. Like having everything so sorted out, you can go through your store one day, go through your store once, and have all your orders picked. I mean, you have thought it out. You're doing it really right, and you have to, because you're getting what, 300 orders a month almost. I mean, you have to be picking your orders properly. If you're not like if we were getting 300 orders, it'd take us forever if we don't have a pick list like you do, where you can go through it once. What's your biggest Bricklink order? I think it's around 2,000 parts, like 350 lots. What will you do with $100,000 more Lego, or what? With $100,000 more Lego, or what? Probably not more Lego. Maybe a little bit more Lego, but I'd buy a house or something, or put a down payment on a house. I think that if I had $100,000, I'd put a down payment on a house, most likely. What else is here? Mowgli's Bricks, hello, how are you? Yeah, can confirm the Lego community is awesome, 100%. Need to go to work now. I'll pop back in later. Bye, Jack. Have a good one. Do you think someone can specialize in certain parts or themes and be successful, or do you think you just need to look for any sets with profitability? I do think you can specialize in certain things. I've heard of Bionicle-only stores. I'm sure there's some Technic-only stores out there. And as long as you're building that customer base like you should be, and getting the people who want to go to your store, you know, they'll show up and they'll do a good job, or they'll as long as you do a good job, they should come back and stuff. And if they think of you as, you know, the Bionicle store or the Technic store, I think you can do a good job and build a customer base that way. Did I miss something here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. I think I'm missing 2 pieces, which means it was a mistake that I made, because I'm not going to be missing 2 pieces out of a Lego set. Well, that is not too good. Is there another bag 2 that I missed? I don't think so. Well, this is embarrassing. Well, let's answer another question here, I guess. Extra pieces from sets you build. Do you add those to your Bricklink store? Not yet. They're in a cup over there, or over there. They all get their own little bag, and it's labeled what set they go on, and they're in there. I think the intention is to put them in the Bricklink store. We just haven't. Just need to find the time to list all those parts. Okay, well, I am missing 2 pieces, so that is not good. What did I do wrong here? I might have done something wrong on this one. Let's see. 1, 2. I did something wrong on this one. Okay, cool. At least I figured it out. So what was I supposed to do on this one? Supposed to put 2 regular bricks there. Okay, cool. So this will go here. Alrighty, let's ask some more questions. I don't want it to be silent if you guys are watching. That's so boring. I thought about putting some background music in, but I didn't have time to do that, unfortunately. Yassine, yeah, I don't speak. I mean, I could see salut and say hi and whatever, but it's not super. I'm not super fluent in French. Dan James says, hello, mate, from England. Who's been talking to you about the post to England via your Bricklink? Oh, cool. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, again, go ahead and place that order if you would like, and we'll ship that out. Yeah, cool. If you find if you get, or do you think if you get bigger you will collaborate with others? I think is what Yassine's trying to ask there. Yeah, I'm not opposed at all to collaborating. Collaborating is cool. I don't know if you're asking in YouTube or just the store. I've had a few people reach out and say, hey, we're starting a store in Orange County. Do you think we could somehow work together? And I've replied a couple times and uh-oh. Shoot, I messed it up again. What did I do here? I've replied a couple times and just can't quite figure out how exactly we would collaborate on a store together. And that would be a little difficult to do, but if it's collaborate on YouTube, absolutely, 100%. I would love to collaborate. This does not look right. I totally messed something up here. Yeah, okay, so is this one? Oh, man, guys, I screwed it up. Okay, this goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th one is empty. Top. Okay, that is proper now. Perfect, so that can go on there. Now I should have all the pieces I need. Let's see, got to use a brick separator. I like that every set comes with a brick separator. That is convenient, very convenient. Unless you have like 1,000 brick separators sitting at home. Not so convenient anymore. See if there's any more questions in here. There's a lot of people here just talking. And how late is it over there? It is 4:12 p.m. right now. Do you have any more sets to part out? Yes, we did get some more sets to part out. We have a few of those Harry Potter, what are those called? I don't know what those are called. We also got a couple Lego Movie 2 sets, and a few Minecraft sets. And then, of course, the Brickheads, if you saw our depressing Lego haul, or Lego Walmart search the other day. We got a few of those Brickheads as well. And yeah, that's what we're kind of waiting to part out now. Not waiting to part out. This weekend we're working on those classic sets. We have 22 of set 11011. And those have been hanging out for a while now. And those will finally be parted out this weekend. So that'll add like 30-ish thousand parts to our store. So that should be good. And then from there we'll continue parting out. And there will be more part out party videos. I know you guys love those. So, you know, we'll see more of those. It would be cool to use the back of wall you added to put some shelves for sets you built and have a nicer background for streams. That's true, actually. For now, before we continue expanding, we could do something here that doesn't look so ugly. And then we could have some shelves there. Or we could do it against that wall, potentially. That's another thing is if we're able to move at some point and the YouTube is continuing to do as it is right now, it would be nice to have a place that's just set up for a stream. It looks nice, like, you know, basic things like that, so we're not constantly trying to squeeze around. Because right now, no one can be parting out or picking orders. Or they could be. They could be in the background picking orders. We already picked ours for today. Or at least the ones that was shipped today. I did something wrong again. What am I doing wrong here? Why is this one such a mess? Oh my gosh. If we had a space, like a warehouse, and we could have some small studio space, which if Running Gear moves in with Just a Brick in the Bucket, that would be likely, that there would be some sort of studio space that at least Just a Brick in the Bucket could utilize if Running Gear's not actively shooting in it. That would be nice to be able to set something up and just go in there and stream and do whatever and have air conditioning and all that, you know, fun stuff, and then just leave it and it's a set and it looks really nice, as opposed to having to constantly take stuff down, move around, every set looking different a little bit, like shifting the camera stuff, because when I'm done with this, that camera's going out of here and we'll put the tables back together and we'll part out some more sets and pick orders and stuff. Okay, what did I do now? This is so sad. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay, let's keep going here. Your voice reminds me of Mark Zuckerberg. Thank you, I think. Thank you. When did you start your channel, and did Breakatect, Greg, and Clark influence you at all? I don't know if they influenced me in terms of starting a channel, but I think they were helpful in getting me back into Lego. Because I saw them and all these things, and like I was out of Lego for a while, probably 10 years or so. Probably like 10 years, and you know, I wasn't into Lego, wasn't doing stuff in the Lego community. Truth is, I've never really been part of the Lego community at all until now. Like, I was never really watching YouTube videos of Lego, never doing stuff like that. But once I found Brickatect, as well as Pop's Block Shop, as well as Trick or Brick, and I saw them having these Bricklink stores, I was like, you know what, I missed that, because I had a Bricklink store in the past, and I was like, I want to do it again. And part of getting back into the actual building of Lego, I think, was Brickatect, and, you know, the streams that he does and stuff. There's a trash truck outside. I am so sorry. It's going to be real loud for a second. But yeah, Brickatect did help to kind of help influence me to continue this. The train is one of my favorites, and I don't own it. Yeah, it's expensive now. It's really expensive. I was debating about buying another train, like another one, so that instead of just having the engine, I could have the back of it as well and attach the back of it to it, or flip it around so it was backwards, and it had the two engines, and then have like 6 cars or 4 cars after that. But unfortunately, that didn't happen just because, you know, looking at the price of it today, because of that blue, the Maersk blue is really expensive, unfortunately. If you had to start again on YouTube channel and you couldn't do Lego, what would you do? Fantastic question. Here's the thing. Kyle and I, and Paul, all together, we do a lot of dumb stuff. Like fun dumb stuff. Like we'll go to the middle of the desert and just blow something up, or whatever it might be. And honestly, there's a lot of ideas that we have that we could do for just a stupid YouTube video. And that is like a thought, like, could we start a YouTube channel that's just like fun? Just like, I don't know what we call it, but like, it'd just be ridiculous stuff that we do. And the truth is, it'd be so fun to do that. But at the end of the day, I don't think, you know, there's an audience for that at the moment. So we probably won't start that. But if we could start a new one, and we would have some sort of viewership, it'd be just, I don't even know what to call it or whatever, but it'd be us just doing stupid stuff. And the thing with YouTube is, I think, obviously, the content you create helps to sell you and what you're doing. But in addition to the content you're creating, I think you're selling yourself as a person, or as a character. You know, in the film industry, it's always like, your story needs to have a character, and stuff. And if you don't have a character, no one's going to fall in love with that story. So, in being part of YouTube, or doing YouTube, people watch it for the people as well, not just the content. So, it's hard to do a channel where it's like, you know, anything yourself. So I don't know what we do entirely, but the key would be getting an audience that cares about who you are as a person, I think. That was a long rant for that little one. Maersk Blue special color, Hoot but better, has to, no. It's all about Hoot, not Hoot but better. Have you ever lost a part? I imagine you're talking about in a Bricklink store, and yes, we've had errors that we've lost parts, or not directly lost parts, but people, you know, someone got an extra piece or whatever it might be. Yes, and you have to deal with that. You give them a refund, you give them free shipping, and then they're usually totally fine with it. And have I ever lost a part with a Lego set? No, I've never opened a Lego set that didn't have every part inside of it. You know, knock on wood. This isn't wood, but knock on wood. Now, the next set I'll open will be missing like 20 parts or something, a whole bag. What is the biggest Lego set you've ever built? Oh, I have no clue. I have no clue. Good question. Let me think about that one. I don't know. Maybe the like the corner garage, or I don't know the part counts for all these. That's the problem here. But potentially like corner garage or one of the modular buildings probably has the most pieces in it, if that's what you're talking about. If it's the biggest set, I have no clue in terms of size. Good question, though. Brickslayer just uploaded a video on the brick packer process today. Yeah, I like that with the picking the orders. Using one pick list or pick sheet, or I don't remember what you call it, but he uses Brick Packer to pull the orders from the pull it from that website, and then you can use that while you're picking orders. Instead of having to go around your store 10 times for 10 different orders, you go through your store once, and then you're done for the day, and that's amazing, and that's probably something we'll start doing pretty soon here. If you lose all your Lego, will you start again or work on something else or give up? Wow, you're asking some hard questions here. We've talked about it, and we figured out, with insurance and stuff, it's not that, if we lose all the Lego, we'll be paid for the insurance and stuff for the Lego that we have, or the Lego that we had. But it's not entirely all about just the money of the Lego. It is the hundreds of hours that we've put into sorting this and all that kind of stuff. So, we'd continue. But if our store inventory was worth, $5,000, it wouldn't be worth it if we got $5,000 back, because it's not worth $5,000. It's worth a lot more than that. But because all that time you have to go in and go through, so we'd continue, I'm sure. But it would seriously suck. It'd be a good while, I think, before we were able to find all the deals and stuff, because you wouldn't buy them all at full price at that point. It's like, you'd still try to get the deals and stuff when you're buying them, even if insurance gives you the money to replace it all. I forgot about the London Bridge. Yeah, Kaylee, my girlfriend, says you forgot about the London Bridge. That might be the biggest set we parted out. Is that an architecture set? I think it's a creator expert set. But that's a big one as well. You have any masonry bricks in your store? I think we just sold them all the other day. Everybody spam collaboration. Yeah, I'll collaborate with people. Just someone's got to, I got to find someone who wants to collaborate with me. I think Lego kind of stole the Mega Block separator design. I've never seen the Mega Blocks or the separator design from them, so I don't know. Stay cheap as long as you can. Keep your overhead down. Critical secret to staying. Yeah, exactly. I think that's why if we are not, even if we're financially able to move, but we're not utilizing the space in here, we won't move until we're actually ready, or we need to, because there's no point in wasting that income, essentially, or spending all that extra money to move and to pay rent for a space and stuff when we don't need to be paying rent for a space. Do you say Lego or Legos? Depends. Usually Lego, when I'm talking about multiple Lego sets, or something like that, or look at all this Lego. But it really depends. Just whatever comes out, to be totally honest. Sometimes it's Lego, sometimes it's Legos. What do you say? You say Lego or Legos? Everyone say that in the chat. Is it Lego or is it Legos with an S? When you have new sets that you've been sitting on and they start approaching the part out value, how do you decide if you're going to part them out or just sell them? Oh, I see what you're saying. So he's saying as we come around to the sets and stuff, and if they've been sitting for a long time, as we let's see if this fits. It does fit. Cool. As we're parting them out, or before we part them out, how do we decide whether or not we want to sell them as one set or part them out together? We don't have enough sets that sit long enough that are worth the part out value, I don't think. But something we're thinking about doing is every set that we have, listing that set at the part out value. So while it's sitting on the shelf, if someone wants to purchase that set for some reason at the price that it's listed at, we can sell it. And then we don't even have to go through the work of parting out that set. Though, this is a fancy picture here. It's just showing that it should be level. It should not be angled there. I guess I should check to see if mine is level. It's not level. Interesting. Oh, okay. These just have to line up with the interior studs there. There we go. Now it's level. Wonderful. Cool. What was I talking about? Yeah, so we're listing the sets that are on the shelf, or we're going to, I think, in the probably next day or two. So if you want to buy a set at a ridiculous price for the part-out value, you can, but most people won't. But just in case someone wants to, and we sell that set at that price, it'll reduce the amount of work, and we'll get the same amount of money getting out of the set at least. Too late to stream in your country. Where are you from, Jonathan? Who is 10 years old? I am. A little older than you, Sean. Looks like you guys say Lego, not Legos with an S, which is technically the proper way to say it. Instead of saying Legos with an S, you just say Lego. This is going to be a long stream. It's been almost an hour and a half, and I am not super far through this. Might want to split this up into 2 days. We'll see. I don't really want to be streaming for like 6 hours or anything, but I guess we'll see how it goes. I might stream, what's tomorrow, Friday? Friday. I suppose I could stream tomorrow. That might be an option. We'll see, though. Alrighty. We're almost done with the back of the White House, it looks like. There's more questions here. Should I start a YouTube channel and visit countries and make them monuments in Lego? That would be pretty cool. Yeah, if you like visit a country and you see a monument and you build that in Lego, that would be very interesting. I don't think there's a ton of people doing that. Or there might be people doing that, but not that are necessarily visiting the countries. So yeah, go for it. That'd be pretty cool. I'd watch that. Very interesting. Just make a ton of mocks and stuff. Some of the mock channels do really well. Really, really well when you build stuff. And yeah, those are cool. What is one of the most useful parts ever besides a brick separator? Oh, I don't know. Oof. Yeah, that's a good question. Useful parts? I don't know, because here's the thing. Lego, from when I was growing up with Lego versus what they have now, a lot of the pieces, dang it, are like simplified. Like they've created pieces that they didn't have when I was younger that now help to make it easier to build and stuff. And it's like, almost to an extent, it makes you wonder, like, well, should you make it easier, or should you give me 2 pieces instead of 1 piece that's the right size? So I don't know, but like these 2x4 tiles were nowhere near as common as they are now when I was growing up building Lego. Okay, I did this backwards too. No, I didn't. Just kidding. Why does this not fit though? I'm struggling so hard here, guys. I guess that's how it goes. I guess there's a little gap there. It just doesn't seem quite right. Does anyone have this set by chance? I know it's not released in the United States yet, but it is here. What else? Somewhere, Lego was both singular and plural. Interesting. I did not know that was both ways. I don't know if there's a proper or a right or wrong way to do it, but I usually say Lego. Oh my gosh. I'm like not even building today. I'm just talking, and these are all... Oh, this one is right. Wait a second. This is so confusing. This is a hard build. I'm struggling here. Yeah, okay, that is backwards still. That might be why it doesn't fit. That would make sense. Okay, so now this one goes like this. This one goes like this. Now let's see if this all fits together. Nope, that ain't right. What did I do? Oh. Oh my gosh. What a absolute disaster. It's kind of embarrassing, actually, to not even be able to build a Lego. So pathetic. Okay, I have to orient this the exact way of the rest of it. Let's see if there's any more questions here. Do you like Lego Star Wars? Says J&J Minecraft Let's Plays. Not a crazy fan, especially not of the newer stuff, but some of the older sets are really cool. And Paul has a lot of the older Star Wars sets that are up in his attic from when he was younger. He's got a lot of sets, and the old ones I personally do think are pretty cool. The newer ones, some of them are okay. Obviously, like the Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer, you know, those are pretty cool. Not that I will likely get those, just due to the price and due to the fact that I don't really have somewhere to put those necessarily, being that they are so massive. But those are cool sets as well, and I know Paul wants those. I know he really wants those. He also really wants the Lego Harry Potter castle. There we go. That looks better. It fits now. So I know he really wants the Lego Harry Potter castle. So that, to be totally honest, is probably something you can look forward to on the channel. Is that Harry Potter castle being built? Maybe even a live stream. Paul might live stream that. That would be pretty cool, and that'll be something, I think. Let's see. Bye, Yassine. It's 2:30 a.m. for you. Have a good night. Great idea listing at the part out value. Yeah, I would definitely do that. If it's sitting on your shelf, why not have it listed just in case? Would you ever purchase a UCS set? I've been eyeballing the Millennium Falcon, but just can't justify spending that much on a single set. Yeah, I just talked about that, I think. Obviously, I think you asked that before, but potentially. Here's the thing. If I had, like, extra money and it was something that was going to be worth it to me, it'd be cool. As long as I had somewhere to display that set. Because if there's nowhere to put it, what's the point of me buying it? You know, if I'm going to build it and then it's going to kind of sit and float around everywhere and just move around as the office or the garage here moves around, there's no reason for me to buy it. If I, you know, thought that maybe I had somewhere to put it, or I know Paul for the Star Destroyer, he wants to somehow mount it so it's hanging, that'd be awesome. And if we have a place to do that or somewhere, some space to do that, if we could figure out how to do it in here, potentially I'd be interested in buying it. Because those are cool sets. Those are awesome builds, obviously. I mean, doesn't one have like 7,500 parts or something stupid like that? You know, that's a good amount of entertainment and stuff. Or, I don't know if you call Lego entertainment, but, you know, being invested in something while you're doing it. So, yes, I'd be interested, but they're very expensive, like you said. Oh, yeah. So I would probably purchase a UCS set. Have you ever been to England? I have not. Oh, I think you're talking to Yassine, but I have not been to England. Let's see. Evan, you have a great talent, and I was inspired to start my YouTube channel watching your videos. Thanks a lot. Well, that's cool, Great Brick Lab. Thank you for watching and for saying that, and it's cool to hear that you were inspired to do your YouTube channel. I'm happy you got started with your YouTube channel. You know, or there's a lot of things we wouldn't know right now about Bricklink in terms of stuff like you're doing. So, again, if anyone's wanting to start a YouTube channel, do it. There's no reason not to do it. You know, there's no hurt in making a YouTube channel. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're just not going to get a ton of viewers. And, like, at the end of the day, that's not even a problem. Like, if you're still putting stuff out there and 10 people are seeing it and it's affecting those 10 people, it's worth doing it, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, if any of you want to start a YouTube channel, do it and share it with me, and it'd be fun to continue to grow and watch the community grow as well, as opposed to just, you know, my channel or something. I want to watch everyone grow and kind of make this community bigger and better than it already is. You have the Lego Harry Potter castle. That is awesome. Yeah, that is Paul's. That's coming. It's definitely on its way. I think not ordered yet, but it's it's out of stock right now. But I think the second that comes in stock or goes on back order, that'll be coming. That'll be coming this way, for sure. Trying not to mess this set up at all. Okay. So far, so good. I think. I don't think I've messed this step up. I think we're good. Thinking about getting a Millennium Falcon when they're back in stock. Maybe we could do some kind of collab if I start my channel. Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like some sort of stream where we're both building together, I think would be cool. Yeah, and if you get that set, that's a cool set. But yeah, of course, they're out of stock right now. I don't know if it's out of stock all around the world, but at least in North America, it is out of stock, definitely. Do I like Deadpool? I've seen the first one. I didn't see the second one. Yeah, it's a funny movie. I'm not a huge superhero fan. Not that I don't know that he's necessarily a superhero. But yeah, Deadpool's really funny. I'll put it that way. I thought you were leaving, Yassine. You're still here. All right, let's... Alrighty. How do you guys feel about the new Crocodile locomotive? Not a ton of people, or it's getting a lot of hate for a while there. I ordered it. If you were here in the beginning, I mentioned I ordered it, or here when I talked about trains, I think. I mentioned I ordered it, and I'll probably do a stream like this of me building that as well, because I think it looks cool. I know a lot of people were not a fan of it, though, but it was on back order the minute I ordered it. And I ordered it first day it was out, so... that must mean people liked it, because it was gone. So I don't know when that's going to be coming in, but we'll see. I have a few more. What do I have? I have 3 architecture skyline sets up there that I would like to build, or that I will build. Those will probably be done on a stream. Well, it seems like you guys like this stream, I think. And you guys are all interacting and stuff. So I think overall, I'll continue to do these streams if everyone seems to like it and has fun with it and stuff. I don't think there's a reason not to do the streams, because they are fun. I want to focus here and make sure I don't forget anything, but I'm sure it's coming. It'll only be a matter of time before I end up with 10 extra pieces at the end, and I think I'm done, and then I missed a whole step. It's very difficult to talk and do this at the same time. So difficult. The YouTubers that do this all the time, oh my god, you are amazing. I can't do this. I cannot. So hard. Not gonna lie. But thank you for everyone who's here. As always, I appreciate it. And it's really cool to have this community of people who I can do something like this. And I've always. I don't want to say I've always wanted to do this, because that's not necessarily true, but I've always had the idea it'd be cool to have someone to talk to, not talk to, but show things off to and do a few things, and this is exactly that. That there's people here. Blue says, I have the original Harry Potter castle that's not as large, back when Lego still had pop-up boxes. My girlfriend wants the new Harry Potter castle, so that might be our next set. Yeah, it's a cool one. It's a really cool one. What I want, and LEGO will never do this obviously, but a full-scale, minifig scale Harry Potter castle. That would be impressive. That would be absolutely astonishing. Oh, I did something. Nope, didn't do anything wrong. I figured it out. Don't worry. There we go. Fixed already. Cool. But yeah, that would be amazing if they did a full-scale Harry Potter. But never gonna happen. Not at least not for purchase by people, or by what are we? Customers. That's it. No customers would be purchasing that scale of a Harry Potter thing. The sets that get that much attention increase in value historically. Which set are you talking about? Sorry. Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the train or the Harry Potter castle? What else we have there? The stream is good. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I think I'd be doing it even if no one was here, because I'm gonna be building this set anyway. So it doesn't hurt that I stream it, and that you guys potentially, if you're not doing anything, if you're bored enough to watch me build a Lego for a couple hours, let's come on and do it and join in. And if not, no worries. I'm not gonna be upset that people aren't here, because at least for this stream, the last stream we did, if there was no one there, it would have been disappointing. But for this one, it's not a crazy amount of effort that goes into setting this up necessarily. I have a microphone mounted from the ceiling. The camera's angled in a special way so you can hopefully see the table. I have a monitor over here so I can at least see what I'm doing. But other than that, that's basic. That's easy to set up. It's not this crazy elaborate thing here. I'm figuring out streaming now in terms of streaming through a separate capture card that I hadn't really used before, but we figured it out, so yeah, we're good. If you could make your store a business, would you, and would you make your YouTube channel a business too? It is a business, so the money that comes in, it is a business, and the YouTube is not factored into anything yet. And I don't know how YouTube will eventually change to become, or what it will become, I guess, when it starts making enough money that it starts to matter. Did I do something wrong here? No, okay. But yes, the store is a business, and the YouTube, I imagine, will just continue to feed money into that business. But I'm not sure. I thought you were going to bed. Just kidding. You can stick around, of course. Do you have Fortnite? I do not. Like I said, I'm not a huge player of games. A few of you think the train is pretty cool. Hello, Steam Bricks. How are you? I've seen a mock of that full-scale Harry Potter castle. That'd be too large for the retail set. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Way too large. But, yeah, that would be really, really cool. Oh, Great Brick Lab has an idea. They could build the minifig scale Harry Potter castle in modulars, like different sections. That would be a good idea, actually. Yeah, like 5 sets or something bought separately that could make the castle. That's a good idea, actually. I wonder, they probably still wouldn't do that. But I'm sure they'd have a lot of people interested in buying that if they did do something along those lines. Yeah, interesting. I wonder... Lego ideas. Someone go make a Lego ideas thing of that. And let's get a castle made. Harry Potter full-scale minifig castle in modulars. 5 sets. Probably $300 sets each. $299. That would be pretty cool. Do I like Lego cars? I have a Ferrari Lego car. Personally, I'm not a Lego car person. I'm not a car person at all, actually. You couldn't ask me what that kind of car is and point to it and it'd be the most obvious car and I'll be like, oh, it's a Toyota. I don't know what it would be. But Kyle, on the other hand, is definitely a car person. 100% a car person. And he does like a lot of Lego cars. We actually have one up there. It's the Aston Martin, the James Bond Aston Martin that's been sitting there for months now. We had the intention of building that in a video, and then it never quite got done. But let me check something real quick. Yeah, never quite got done, but that'll be done soon, and I'm sure you'll see a lot more Lego car things, specifically that Kyle builds over the next few months and stuff. You are the best YouTubers that goes live. Thank you. I appreciate it. J&J Minecraft Let's Play said I subbed. Thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate that. It's really cool to see this channel growing as much as it is. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed and who's helped out and who... if you don't know, we have a Patreon. I'll do some promotion here. We have a Patreon. The link is in the description below if you want to go check that out. And how does this go? Oh, this one's different. And yeah, we have a few things there. If you like behind-the-scenes type things, that's what we'll be kind of posting on there and stuff, and a few little exclusive things on there if you're interested. What do you do for your full-time job? Well, I do a lot of things. I work in the film industry, so to an extent it is just whatever job you kind of get at the time and whatever you're going to go shoot. I work full/part-time for a production company that shoots sports. I work for Disney, and we shoot stuff at the Disney parks in California. I also have my own production company, and we do stuff as well. But film industry, if that answers your question. But we do quite a bit of, or I do quite a bit of, whatever. Film industry / live event industry, for sure. Like the concert, all that kind of stuff. That is pretty much what I do. And then, obviously, small bricklaying store on the side. See what else we have here. Pretty good, thanks for asking. Yeah, of course, Stream Bricks. Why don't you get a sponsor? Well, I don't think we have the viewership for a sponsor. Definitely no viewership for the sponsor there, I don't think. Favorite song? You guys are asking questions that I just don't even know the answer to. I have no clue on favorite song. No clue. Music's not my favorite thing. Well, that sounds weird, but like I'm not a huge follower of music, I guess I could say that, sorta. So, not sure. Favorite song, it's a hard one. This is a complicated step. I'm gonna mess this one up. I need another brick separator. I messed up again. Dang it. I think I have another one over here. Hopefully, but like I said, I moved everything around, and there's a table in the way now to get anywhere, because we don't have a space that we can utilize. Well, I mean, we're totally utilizing the space. Boom. 2 brick separators. Way better than 1. Alrighty. Okay, now we can do this. Let's see, we got any more questions? I recommend the Mustang for Kyle. That is, he's mentioned that before. He has said the Mustang and something else. I don't remember what the other one is, but the Mustang and, I don't remember what the other car is, but the Mustang is on his list. I know that for sure. Cody says, yeah, I think I'll do mock builds along with the store. I'm really into a lot of the fan-made Star Wars sets, including some of the Brick Vault sets. And he's a photographer. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of mocks are incredible, to be totally honest. Like, I mean, unfortunately, I'm not that great when it comes to building something without instructions. But mocks are like, some people are really, really, really good at building mocks. And if you're one of those people, like, yeah, go for it. You can get, I mean, crazy amounts of views on YouTube and stuff, and people really appreciate what you do, and like, I can't do that. That's not me, unfortunately. I know Kyle wants to build a mock. I don't know of what, really. Paul has some in mind. I'm working on a train. I guess it is a mock, technically. I'm working on a train. And yeah, I guess that's a mock. But I guess I could do things that are based more off realistic objects. I couldn't do something where I have to design something on my own, I think. Which I guess is kind of what a lot of mocks are, aren't they? It's based on like a scene from Star Wars or something. So maybe I could. I don't know. Mocks are interesting. Mocks aren't my favorite thing, but I love looking at other people's mocks and being like, wow, that's impressive, because some people are so good at it. Do you like Lego Marvel or normal Marvel? I don't know what the question means exactly. Marvel's... Yeah, Lego Marvel's cool. Regular Marvel's cool, too. Yeah, Marvel's cool. Marvel's interesting. I'm not super into those movies. I feel like the questions you guys are asking, I'm like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. It seems like I like nothing. I love The Office. If you guys have seen The Office, that's fantastic. Yeah, I guess normal and Lego Marvel are cool. Obviously, they're super successful franchises, or franchise. I really need to pay attention, because this is where all the little intricate parts come in, and if I don't pay attention, I'm going to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. Who else is talking here? Favorite genre of music to listen to, or select a few bands you like. Genre, alternative. Definitely like alternative. Not a huge fan of... Well, alternative and I guess pop. Like, depending on the pop. Really depends on the pop. Some pop that's like a little more alternative on the experimental side. That's a hard one, for sure. Music's hard, because the problem is I like something here. Sometimes I'll listen to like a movie soundtrack. I'm like, oh, I love that. And then the next day it's something totally different. Day after that it's something totally different. It's never consistent. I'm very flexible, I guess, when it comes to music. And I just like it's always something different with me. Let's see. Have you seen the new Lego House Duck set they just announced? No, I have not. No, I did not, actually. I don't think. If they just announced it, no. If it was like the past few days, no. Definitely not. If it was like a month ago, maybe. Possibly. Will you get the Lamborghini set? Personally, myself, probably not. Kyle, very possible. Do I like Lego stop motions? Oh, I do Lego stop motion, says J&J Minecraft Let's Plays. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like Lego stop motions. I think they're really cool. Again, they take too much time. I can't, like... Not that I can't sit down and do that, but in my mind, it's not my favorite form of filmmaking, stop motion. But I enjoy watching them, for sure. They're really cool. And when people put a lot of time into those, and effort, and like it tells the story. I mean, come on, they're so cool. Stop motion, period, whether it's Lego or not, is really cool. And then of course you add Lego on top of it. It's like, oh, it gets you a little bit better. Yeah, stop motions are awesome. So maybe I'll have to check out your channel. All right, Yassine, go to bed. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock now. I just put that on backwards. When we are ready to move to our new location, we would love to display a mock from. Am I missing something here? Are you just saying you'd love to display a mock? Or are you saying you want to display a mock from Just a Brick in the Bucket? Is that what you're saying? We don't have any mocks at the moment. 3 years out. How do you like plan your timeline of when you're going to move? Because like we just, whenever we get big enough where we need to move is our kind of timeline. Do you just expect over the next 3 years or so is when you're going to have a big enough store that you'll be able to move? Or how do you think about that exactly? Technical question. How do you deal with all the footage from the channel, like storage or delete? Yeah, we store it all. Being that Running Gear is a film production company, we have tons of storage. So it just goes on our server, and it sits in there, and it'll be there forever now. And then I just edit it, and then once it's done and being edited, we archive it, put it on that server, and then we're done. I think Trick or Brick would be interested in probably buying that White House. I think you're right. I think I could list this White House right now in the United States, and people would be interested because it's not really available here. Oh no. Oh wait. Okay, I did it right. I did it right, guys. Don't worry. Favorite ride at Disneyland? I don't know. That's a hard one. Potentially Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe. Okay, wait. Oh, this is bad, guys. I have this piece left. I did something wrong. I did something terribly wrong. I think I know what I did wrong. I think this is supposed to go in between. Yeah, okay, I know what I did wrong. Jeez, I am a disaster today. Favorite ride at Disneyland? What did I say? I think I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know, maybe Soarin' is a good one. I don't know, I just miss Disneyland because it's closed right now. Bye, Yassine. Have a good night. Oh, you don't do Lego stop motions on your channel. I think you should. I think that'd be really cool. Marvel or DC? Marvel. Not that I'm a huge superhero fan, but Marvel, for me, sticks better for me. Something fell, and I don't know what that was. Marvel, I think, in my opinion, tells a better story. It's got better characters, and overall, it's just, in my opinion, a little bit better. Okay, I think we did that. We are done with bag 2 now. We're on to bag 3. I'm debating whether or not I should continue and finish this today, or if I should finish it tomorrow. I've been streaming for about 2 hours now. So I'm debating whether or not I should keep going. Why don't you guys let me know whether or not I should finish this up today or if I should finish it up tomorrow. I'm going to finish bag 3 today, which are just a few of the trees and the flagpole out front here of the White House. I'll finish these up, and then, oh, maybe these are, yeah, I don't know why this bag is separate. It literally has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 parts in this bag. A whole bag for 15 parts. I don't quite get it. Put these away. Something's not right about this. It looks good, but like, based on how I've been building, there's got to be something wrong with it. Yeah, I'm going to finish bag 3 for sure, and then let me know if you guys think I should finish it up today. I might just finish it tomorrow afternoon, finishing bag 4 and 5, and then I'll be able to, you know, easily stream that, and maybe that'll be pretty cool. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to make some trees. Yeah, I was looking at getting a Synology for my personal work. Definitely a bit of a footage hoarder, yeah, for sure. We use QNAP for our server, and it works fantastic. Haven't had any problems with it. It's nice to be able to log in remotely. I imagine you can do all that with Synology, though. I'm sure there's no difference, to be totally honest. You know, those were the two we were looking for when we were doing, or when we were in search of a NAS of some sort. we were looking at those two brands. Those were the two options, Synology or QNAP. And I think the reason we went with QNAP was because they had a Thunderbolt drive, a Thunderbolt server. So at the moment, I can just plug in over Thunderbolt to like my Mac or whatever, as opposed to having to plug in through like an Ethernet or a 10 gig or something like that, which makes it a little bit easier, a little simpler to connect, and a little bit more flexible. Obviously, if it's a desktop like an iMac or something, it sits next to the server and it's together all the time. With my laptop, it's super nice to be able to plug in a Thunderbolt. It mounts as a drive. It's great. So I think that's why we went with QNAP. DC, says Sean. DC. Yeah, no, good. Yeah, I mean, both of them are good, obviously. They're both successful in different ways. How are you in quarantine? Yeah, I mean, we're just... it's weird. It's definitely weird. You look back at how life was like 5 months... What, not even 5 months. Like 3, 4, 5 months ago, and it's like, oh, wow, that was so nice. That you could go out and do anything. Like, it's weird, actually, to think about how it's happening now, or like what life is like now versus what it was 5 months ago. It's crazy. But, you know, just sitting through quarantine, and, you know, we'll be out of it eventually. It's just a waiting game, to be totally honest. And, like, as long as you're safe and you're not stupid and you're not going out and doing a ton of stuff, there's no reason to, I guess, like, stress about it. Like, just be safe and just hang out and have as much fun as you can in your house, I guess. Buy some Lego and build some Lego. Finish it up today. It seems like a lot of people are saying finish it up today. Are you going to do a live stream if you do it tomorrow? Yeah, so if I don't finish this tonight, I'll finish it tomorrow on a live stream. But I'm thinking, it seems like most people are just saying finish it up today. So I might just finish it today. You know, I could probably finish by, it's 5 o'clock. It's been a couple hours. I might be able to finish it in like 3.5 hours. It's kind of a long stream, but maybe that won't be terrible. See if some other people pop in. Have a good one, Great Brick Labs, or Great Brick Lab. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys are saying who's a kid. Okay. I think I did everything in that step there. So I think we're good. Yeah, I guess once I finish this bag, I'll determine whether or not I want to continue going through it. Cody says, yeah, I'm a bit of a networking nerd. QNAP says they're going to implement ZFS, so I might actually lean that way. But they're both pretty functionally similar. Yeah, that's what we found. Kyle is more of a networking nerd than I am, so I think he... Like, we both made the decision as to which one we wanted, but I don't know if there's an exact reason as to why we went with QNAP besides the fact that it was Thunderbolt. That might be the only reason that we went with QNAP, actually. Oh, no. Does this not line up right? What did I do? No. Okay. Wait. We'll see when I'm done if this looks right or not. I'm not too sure. This is a cool set, actually. It's a little bigger than I expected, actually. It's heavy. There's a lot of weight to this, a lot of bulk to it, which is nice. But yeah, fun set here. Uh-oh. Nope, just kidding. So now it looks like we're building kind of the border to the front lawn area of the White House. And then I think we're just going to finish up a couple trees and the flagpole that'll go on top of the White House and a flagpole that goes out front. And then we'll be on to the... What are we on to after that? The wings. What's it called? The West Wing and East Wing, I think. The two wings of the White House. What we'll do next. Oh, I think there's a little fountain that goes out front. Nope, no fountain. Just kidding. No fountain at all. What kind of Lego set is your favorite? I think you're asking what's my favorite theme. It's either architecture or creator expert, most likely, but I also really do enjoy the ideas sets as well. The ideas ones are really cool, to be totally honest with you. ZFS is a type of raid. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. But yeah, Thunderbolt, super nice for Mac. Definitely. Okay, 2 of these. We're making some little bushes now, or like little hedges that'll go in front of the White House. I guess I should turn this so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, as opposed to me just doing it on this side and you can't see anything. And this lines up there. Cool. And cool. And then we get to make like a little entryway type thing with these pieces. Sean asked, do you like Power Rangers? I didn't really watch Power Rangers when I was younger, so I don't dislike them, but it was not something that I necessarily did or watched when I was growing up. Do you like Power Rangers? I imagine you do, if you're asking me. Oh, this is a little fountain, actually. Yeah, correction. Okay. So this isn't a flagpole. This is supposed to represent water, and this will actually be on the front lawn here. I think it's a fountain. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look at an actual picture of the White House. Yes, it is a fountain. On the back of the box, there is a fountain there. So yeah, that is the thing there. Cool. Alrighty. Now we're starting the trees, and we'll actually. It looks like we're making some trees in the back at first. Yeah, we're starting with some little bushes that'll go behind the White House in the back here, and then we get to go to the trees in the front. Now there's a lot of these little tree leaf. They're actually green flowers, but you put them on this and they're representing trees in this case. But there's a lot of these in this set. Imagine the set probably parts out pretty okay, actually. Not that you would necessarily get a ton of these to part out. Okay. Do you also hold whole sets for selling them later on? No. They take up more space and stuff, so we don't necessarily hold the sets. What we do, and I don't know if you heard earlier, we list the sets, or we will start listing the sets when they're sitting on our shelf to be parted out. So if someone wants to buy it then, we'll list it for the part out price, so it'll be super expensive, but if they want it, we'll do that. Oh, actually, correction. I do have a couple of the 40th anniversary Star Wars sets. More than a couple. I have a bunch of them up there. Those I'm kind of holding on to. And we'll see if those end up selling better later. But I don't think... most sets we don't just hang on to. We will do that. You know, we'll pay or part it out if we're going to. Blue says, I've got to head out and do a few things. If you're still streaming, I'll pop back in a couple hours. Have a good one. Thank you, Blue, for tuning in. I appreciate it. I think probably going to end up wrapping this up here, as it seems like a majority of people are having to leave. So I think once I finish these trees in the front here in bag 3, I will be done, and I'll probably finish up this set tomorrow afternoon on the channel or on another stream, and we can have more people join in and have another conversation there and stuff. But thank you for coming, Blue. I appreciate it. And again, thank you for everyone who's here and who's still with us, who's sticking around for the long haul. I didn't know this set was going to take so long. Though, again, I hadn't done a stream when I'm building a set necessarily, so I don't think I knew how hard it is to talk and build at once. So that's definitely part of it. Sean says, do you like the mobile bat base set? Mobile bat base set. I'd have to look that one up, I think. Let me look it up real quick. Mobile bat base set. Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. I think that I just closed it, but I think that's an older one, isn't it? It's not super new. And yeah, that's a pretty cool set. Again, I think, except for the themes that I'm a fan of right now, a lot of the sets I think are the older ones for certain themes are better. Or I don't know if they're better. They just, in my opinion, they look nicer. They're more creative or whatever in certain ways. So it depends if I like a new set or an old set. BG says the Scout Clone Walker. Yeah. Oh, you can double your money already. Interesting. Yeah, I have a couple of those up there, actually. Interesting. Cool. Cody says, about what time tomorrow? Probably same time as today. So 3 p.m. my time, most likely. Actually, maybe I'll do... Yeah, let's plan for 3 p.m. tomorrow. All right, J and J Minecraft Let's Plays. You gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow if you're tuning in. That'd be great. Cool. Yeah, we'll do it about the same time, probably about 3 o'clock here, which sounds good. And it seems like a 2-hour stream seems to be a good length or so, and then we start to lose people, which is awesome. So yeah, 3 o'clock tomorrow, J and J, and 3 o'clock tomorrow, Cody. So That'll be the plan. Or 3 o'clock my time. So whatever time it started for you today, about the same time. You know, give or take a minute or two if I'm late or early. We'll see. So we got one of these trees almost done now. I think I just have to place 2 more of these little flower petals on. And then we can install one of these trees. Whoops. And then I think we just have one more tree and the flag and we're done. And then we'll be done for today. Really cool set though. Definitely this is a... Oh, I missed a step. I'm such a mess with this. This is such a disaster. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll see you later, J&J Let's Plays. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, we got one tree. Let's build another tree. These trees are pretty cool, actually. I do like these, using these, utilizing these little pieces here, and then sticking them on a 1x1 stud with studs, or 1x1 brick with studs on every side. And then you get this like spiky ball, and then you stick all of the, you get that, and you stick all the green things on it, and you end up with what looks like a tree, which is pretty cool, actually. I am a fan of that, and I think these trees look great in front of the White House here. It just takes a lot of time to put on all these things. On Netflix, watch a series called Afterlife. Ricky Gervais is the writer of it and stars in it. Yeah, I like Ricky Gervais. And he, I mean, you might have heard me earlier, but The Office and stuff. Yeah, definitely, I'll check it out. I am looking for some new stuff to watch on Netflix that... Well, here's the thing. I watch shows and stuff, but half the time I'm busy or I'm doing something while I'm watching it. So I don't necessarily... I can't sit down 100% of the time and, like, focus on a show. So I love the shows like The Office, where I can watch it, and if I miss something, like I may miss a detail that tells a different part of the story for Pam or Jim or whatever, but if I watch it at a different, or if I watch it like while I'm busy, it's not a huge crazy deal or something. For example, like if I miss a detail or whatever, I can continue on with the show. On those shows I have to seriously focus on, that's when it gets a little bit harder, because I don't necessarily have the time to constantly sit down and watch them. But Afterlife. I will have to remember that. Watch a series called Afterlife. Ricky Gervais. I will remember that. Duckset was released about 2 weeks ago. I checked it out on Google. I don't think it's released in the United States, right? Where do we pick up the black storage drawers? So all these drawers that are behind us in the aisle there, we pick up on Amazon. So we have them on Amazon, at least in the United States here. And they're called Acro Mills drawers. If you go to pretty much any video on the channel, there are links to them in the description, and you can find them there. But yeah, we get them on Amazon. Yeah, I put stuff on for background noise and miss everything. Exactly, 100%. That's exactly what I do as well. You just put something on in the background so it's there. And The Office is my thing. I'll watch The Office over and over and over and over again before I find something else new to watch. It's kind of weird. That doesn't go there. Brick separators make it so easy to just get stuff off. It's amazing how like leverage helps to do stuff. Alrighty, we're almost done here. Thank you for... Oh, no. Thank you for everyone who was here. Oh, no. Dang it. 2 pieces that I need. I just lost. Not lost, but they went somewhere. Wonderful. Just as I was ending it, I lose some pieces. I didn't hear them land anywhere, meaning they're probably on the carpet, which is good. Alright, well, I'll install the tree with -1 piece right now. But yeah, like I said, we're almost done here. These go right next to this. These trees look really, really nice. Really cool. Dang, I'm wondering where those pieces went now. Are they like on my shirt or something? No, I don't think so. Alrighty, that's okay. No worries. So that tree's 1 stud shorter than the others. Alrighty, let's finish this flag here. Oh, that ain't right. I live in America and can't even get the flag right. That is depressing. The first season of Altered Carbon on Netflix is really good. Yeah, Altered Carbon is a really good show. Definitely a good show. I agree that season 2, it went downhill a little bit there. But yeah, season 1, very nice. That's backwards as well. What a mess. Alrighty, there we go. I think we're done with bag 3 now. We have the beginning of the White House done. So this is the center section, the main section of the White House, and we'll finish building these 2 wings, the left wing and the right wing, or the east and west wing, tomorrow in another stream. I'll do this, I think, again tomorrow at 3 p.m. my time. So same time this started today, we'll finish off this White House set. thank you to everyone who's been here. I appreciate everyone who's stuck around and who's tuned in and watched the build for this. I apologize for all of the mistakes and everything, but hopefully we'll see most of you guys tomorrow, where we'll continue building this set. Yes, the West Wing is where we're getting into next time. So we'll get into the West Wing tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any, suggestions or anything for maybe this kind of series of me building sets, let me know. But I have more sets I want to build, and I figure why not do it on a stream? It's kind of fun. We'll see everyone in tomorrow, or we'll see everyone here. It's good to talk with everyone live as opposed to just a comment in the comment section. Thank you. See you, Cody. See you, Sean. Everyone have a good rest of your day/night, depending where it is where you live. And we'll hopefully see you tomorrow in the stream at, once again, 3 o'clock. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.